How's it? Your man, lottery ticket, coming to you live Tuesday, August 11th, 2020, a little bit later than usual, as we get this video to you around 2 o'clock every day or so. Have a free pick winner here in just a second. Oh, your video pick. Your video pick's going to be between, let's see here. Your video pick is going to be between Milwaukee Bucks and Washington Wizards. Before that, let me tell you every sport here. NHL, 3 straight winners, plus 1460 so far in the playoffs. Got 2 plays going, one at 5:30. Calgary, Dallas. Dallas is a play. I think Dallas is just a better team at even money or close to it. 3 units. I know they're not the sexier team versus the Flames. I think the Flames got a good draw against Winnipeg, and I think the public's just thinking, oh, Calgary has a better offense. Calgary's gonna win. Well, look what happened last year against Colorado, and Colorado barely got in the playoffs last year. So keep an eye on that. Pick Dallas, and then Chicago, Las Vegas. I know most books have it 6.5. I'd still go over 6.5 because you have Leno and Andre Fleury, both the Vegas goaltenders, have had issues in the playoffs and just all season, period. Chicago has a lot of playoff experience. Kane and Taves, I know they've not been playing well the last couple of years, but playoff experience means a lot in hockey. I think Chicago gets up to play Vegas. I think Vegas will be pretty sharp offensively, not that great defensively. And I think this will be a high-scoring game. So that's the other 3 unit play in hockey. Trying to get off the right foot here in the round of 16. And we're right in a hot hand, so I feel pretty good about that. NBA. Got a play right now, 3 units between Orlando and Brooklyn over 224. Below average first half, but I think if Orlando gets back in the game, they can do a free-throw shooting contest toward the end of the game, and now push the game over barely, over a total of 224. A lot of overlap threes in that game too, that might call additional fouls. So keep that in mind. The other 3 unit play is going to be between Milwaukee, Washington, and this will give you a hint on what the video pick is in just a second. Washington, Milwaukee over 231. Both of these teams didn't do that great offensively last time. Washington scored 103 to Oklahoma City, Milwaukee 106 to Toronto. Milwaukee's off a back-to-back. Their legs are tired. Giannis is back in the lineup from what I've seen. So I expect a lot of scoring. These teams, whenever they're together, they score a bunch anyway. So I think 231 is the line I got it at. It could be 232. I'd play it up to about 233.5. Anything above that gets a little bit risky in my opinion. So MLB, got 1 play today. 3-2 yesterday. Angels, A's, easy winner over 9. Padres, Dodgers, easy winner under 9. And then you got Phillies, easy winner over Braves. And just had a couple cramps, essentially. You had Colorado just not doing that well against Arizona. That was kind of shocking to me, especially with Gray on the mound. I thought John Gray was quite a bit better, but that's how it goes. And Texas just they got annihilated by Seattle at home, which was really embarrassing. Alright. So San Fran, Houston, under 9.5. 09. I like either one. Houston's coming off that embarrassing road trip against Arizona and Oakland. They won yesterday. Bielik is on the mound for the Astros. I think he'll keep the Giants' offense in check. I don't think the Astros' offense does much either. I think this will kind of be like a 5-2 kind of game. It's a closed dome. It's a closed roof, so there's not going to be a lot of scoring anyway, I don't think. So that's your play in baseball. Then WNBA. 5 straight winners, almost out of the red for the season. Dug a big hole early on. Minus 1,500 now, we're down to minus 15, and hopefully we'll be in the black after this play at 7 p.m. Las Vegas, minus 6.5 against Indiana. I like that play. I like that play quite a bit. Las Vegas, last game, they only won by 2 against New York, which is the worst WNBA team. I think we're looking forward to Indiana. And Indiana, who did they play Sunday? Indiana, I think, won their Sunday game, so they might have a letdown. Las Vegas, I think, will bounce back. I think they'll be motivated, and I think Las Vegas pulls it out late. Alright, MLS final. Portland, Orlando City. I like both teams to score here. I know it's juicy. It's minus 150 at Bovada. I like both teams to at least get 1 goal, perhaps 2 goals. And I think this game will go to penalty kicks. And I think it'll be a very competitive game. Portland and Orlando City, I'll have more on that. Your video pick today is going to be on Washington to cover the spread, to cover the 9 against Milwaukee. Milwaukee has nothing to play for. Milwaukee's going to be the 1 seed. Washington's going home. So the public's just going in on Milwaukee. Okay. But Washington, this is Washington's NBA Finals, essentially. They need to get up and to have any resemblance of a decent season. I think they'll give Milwaukee everything they have in the kitchen sink, if you will. I think they'll get up. I think they score quite often. I think they sneak inside the number. Washington plus 9 is your video play today. Leans for you. We'll start with hockey. Columbus, Toronto. I like the over. I know it's kind of gross with both goaltenders being good. I like the over. This team, Columbus, has scored 3 goals in 3 straight games against Toronto, which plays a similar style to Tampa. I think Tampa will. Tampa only scored 1 against Philadelphia of their last game, so I think they'll be motivated to bounce back. So I like the over, 5.5. Calgary, Dallas. So I already told you I like Dallas on the money line. So no lean on that one, really. Carolina, Boston. I lean Boston. Same reason. Boston's motivated. Boston, everybody's going with Carolina. I like Boston at a reduced price. There's a reason why Boston was a President's Trophy winner. It was because Boston knows how to close out games. I think you'll get the same thing here. And I do like Boston in that game. Chicago, Vegas. Chicago plus 1.5 is worth a look. Just sprinkle it, if you will. I think Vegas wins this series, but I do think Chicago gives them a good run at it. Alright, NBA. Phoenix, Philadelphia. No lean. Maybe Phoenix minus 9, but that's too risky for me. Boston, Memphis. I like the under. Everybody's handling on Memphis, and rightfully so. They have much more motivation than Boston, but I do like the under between these 2 teams. Memphis has to get better defensively. Boston has nothing to play for. Maybe Boston rest their starters, and maybe the game will be slower paced as a result. Portland, Dallas. The over's way too high for me. I'd lean the over, but it's way too high. It's 240. It'll probably be 242 by tip-off. And I don't like very high totals like that. New Orleans, Sacramento. I actually lean New Orleans. I know everybody's going Sacramento, but New Orleans now has no pressure. They're not going to the playoffs. They don't want to be in the playoffs. And I think New Orleans will play looser as a result, and New Orleans gets a win. Alright, hold on. Somebody walk in on me. Alright, so this will be the MLB and WNBA leans for today. MLB, Miami, Toronto. I lean the over. The wind's going to blow in Buffalo. I think everybody's handling the over because Rule's pitching for Toronto. But I like the over here. I think Miami's offense swings back against against the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays get runs themselves, so lean on the over. Kansas City, Cincinnati. I like Kansas City on the run line, plus 1.5. They're 11-2 in the last 14 on the run line. So even though they're losing quite a few games, the run line value, because it's Cincinnati minus 180, 170, is close to even money. Probably some underdog money on Kansas City. And I like the run line there. Atlanta, New York. I lean Atlanta based on value only. I wouldn't lean on Atlanta really other than that. Baltimore, Philadelphia. Lean on Baltimore money line sprinkle. I think Cobb's a better pitcher than most people give him credit for. And I think he does well. I think the Phillies do well too. This is a low scoring game in my opinion. And maybe Baltimore can sneak in and get a win. Chicago, Cleveland, really no lean. I think these two will be very close together. I think these two will split the series. And I really don't have a lean on that. Same thing with White Sox, Detroit. Maybe the over, but that's about it. Washington, New York, I lean the under in this game. I think Purcell bounces back from his last outing, which was poor. Same thing with Sojo. And I think the under has a lot of value in that game as well. Tampa Bay, Boston, Boston Oval, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Arizona, Colorado. Seattle, Texas, no lean. San Fran, Houston, maybe Houston minus 1.5 if you can find decent value there. Oakland Angels, I really like the Angels here. Bundy's out. Bundy's a much better pitcher. And then again, Baltimore, that Baltimore team last year was historically bad. So I think Bundy's a better pitcher. I think he's slightly undervalued because of that fact. And I think it's a nice, good gambler's fallacy because the public will be, the A's got to bounce back. Well, all the sharp money's on the Angels. I lean with the Sharps before I lean with the Joes, okay? That's just me. San Diego Dodgers lean the under again. Richards and May up pitching again against each other. Rematch from last week. I think they do well here. I think runs will be a premium. New York, Los Angeles in the WNBA. I lean the over. I think New York gets up to play Los Angeles, much like they did Vegas. And Los Angeles can score. They scored 97 against Minnesota. They scored 80s against Washington. So I like that over as well. And Portland, Orlando City. I like Orlando City to get the trophy. I think Orlando City's a better penalty kicking team than Portland if we get there. Which it could be 1-1. I think it will be 1-1. So I like Orlando City to lift the trophy there. Gold Coast and Essendon. This is Australian rules football tomorrow. I lean Gold Coast. I'm sorry. That's a tongue twister for me. I think they'll bounce back against Essendon after they struggled against St. Kitts last week. I think the over will be a play here too, if you want to lean and sprinkle a few bucks on that. That is what I have for you guys today. So in the NHL, I like Dallas, money line against Calgary, 3 units. I like Chicago, Las Vegas over 6 for 3 units. You can still get it at Bovada at 6, minus 130. NBA, I like Orlando, Brooklyn over 224, 3 units. That's already off the board. Milwaukee, Washington over 231. That's 3 units. MLB, I like Houston minus 1.5. Oh, San Francisco, Houston under 9.5. 09 at 3 units. I like WNBA. I like Vegas minus 6.5 against Indiana for 3 units. In MLS, I like Portland and Orlando City, both teams to score at minus 150 for 2 units. That is what I have for you guys today. I will get some golf as well tomorrow, the Wyndham Championship, and I will let you know what I like there. Have a good day. God bless. Watch all these hockey games and basketball games tonight, man. They're going to be real good. Peace.